Hi guys, today we are busting some manifestation myths. So, this is going to be a beginner friendly video. For the longest time, I have been running away from manifestation content, but it really frustrates me to see there is so much misinformation out there. And it can be really confusing if you're a beginner, if you're wanting to understand what manifestation is. You always have a lot of questions when you're just getting into the whole shebang, and I know that I was there. So I wanted to address three basic myths today, which I know for anybody who's just getting started, you definitely will have these questions in your mind. So let's get into it. So I have my notes here. The first myth, and the most important one: whenever anybody is trying to get into manifestation, one of the biggest confusions is that does it only take positive thinking for you to accomplish your goals through manifestation? Now, manifestation is not wishful thinking. You cannot sit in your room, wish really hard to become a billionaire, and have money fall in your lap. It will not happen that way. It can happen for some people, but most of us have not achieved that degree of spiritual alignment to materialize things out of thin air. Okay, so we're talking about the basic average human here. Now, if you're an average person like I am, manifestation means aligning your thoughts, aligning your energy, and taking inspired action towards your goals. Now, a lot of people don't want to believe in this because they are scared of taking action. They don't feel like putting in any work. They are just being lazy. There could be a lot of things. So, let's say, for instance, you're trying to manifest a new job. Okay, I'm taking this example because most people are going to relate to it. So let's say you're trying to manifest a new job, and you have been thinking positively, but every day you discuss with your friends about how you are getting no offers, how you're not getting any interviews, how this process is so frustrating. So you see how your thoughts and your speech and your actions are not really aligned with somebody who is positive about being able to get a new job, right? It is not just that. Let's say you are thinking positively, you're talking positively as well, but you're just sitting every day, not applying, not doing anything, and just hoping that a job is going to walk through the door. Now, okay, the light just went out. Anyway, now while that might happen, it is completely possible for somebody to randomly come up to you and tell you that, hey, I have this opportunity. Do you want it? It can absolutely happen. But why do you want to wait for that to happen? Why not actively take inspired action anytime that you're getting a feeling that, hey, today I want to spend time to sit and apply to jobs? Do that. Don't stop yourself just by thinking that I am manifesting and I'm thinking positively and I am doing all of these methods. Why should I apply? You are basically just being resistant in a different way. So, manifestation fundamentally is aligning all aspects of you towards a particular goal. This can be energetically how you're feeling about a new job, how you're feeling about you going into a new role. Are you constantly applying, but inherently you're feeling really scared that you might not be ready for this new role? You may not have the skills that are needed. That is also a form of resistance. Then, while you may be aligned energetically, you may still be in doubts that, okay, this is not the kind of job I want, this is what I want, or I want a job here, and you're just confused about what you want actually. So, you see how all of this misalignment, all of this confusion that you're holding inside yourself, whether it is in the way you speak, whether it is in the way that you feel, whether it is in the way that you're energetically aligning, all of this causes your manifestations to be more delayed. So Busting the first myth, no, manifestation is not just about positive thinking. It is about aligning every aspect of your being towards a particular goal, whether that means energy, whether that means spirituality, whether that means your actions. All of you have to be aligned towards a particular goal. Let's go to myth number two. Myth number two is that it will happen overnight. Now, a lot of people think and go into manifestation with this feeling that if I start thinking positively today, I should immediately see some change happening tomorrow. Now, just think about it logically. If you have spent 30 years of your life thinking negatively about something, let's say you generally have a bad mindset or a negative mindset towards money, that money is difficult to get, money is corrupt, or money is scarce. Not everybody can make money. Money only goes to people who are lucky, and other common things like that. You have a thought process like that, but one fine day you read a manifestation post and you decide that, okay, I want to change this. And you spend the night thinking that, oh, money loves me, I love money, and money is going to come to me. And you think all of these good things, and next day you wake up and your bank balance is the same, you nothing has changed on your job front, and all of the things basically look the same for you. You decide that it's not working, or it hasn't worked fast enough. Why is it not working for me? So many people manifest things overnight. Yes, people do manifest things overnight, but they have already put in a lot of work before that. For other things, maybe they have already done the work that needs to be done. Maybe they did not have a bad mindset to begin with, right? So don't be foolish, don't be impatient. Give yourself the time, the work, the patience that is needed to you, for you to actually see a change in your life. Now, a lot of times things will materialize immediately as well. Okay. Another factor that goes here is that sometimes there is a specific timing that is fixed for a certain thing to happen. Right now may not be the time for you to get a new house. You A new house may be written in your destiny 2 years down the line, and it may take you 2 years of building a really good mindset, 2 years of doing the work, 2 years of manifesting to actually see that house materialize in your life. But the thing here is that when you start practicing this, when you start practicing it as a part of your spirituality, you stop being scared of time delays. When you're so sure that something is meant for you, when you are absolutely confident and you have already seen that vision in your mind so clearly, you stop being scared of any delay. You stop being hesitant if it doesn't appear in your life immediately. So, no, it's not going to happen overnight in most cases. There is no 100% step by step formula. I know there are a lot of step by step videos, but none of those videos can guarantee that if you do these exact things, there is a 100% guarantee that it will happen. There is no guarantee. The only thing that you can do is really align with what you want, do the work that is needed, and release that energy. That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you need to do. And it will happen when it happens. As hard as it may sound, as difficult as it may be to digest that, as you may feel like, then what's the point? But that's how things work. And we will talk about what the point is in one of the other videos. But today, the second myth that we're busting is that it's not going to happen overnight. It takes the time that it takes. It will happen when it happens. You do the work and you release it. The last myth for today, and the third myth, is that if it hasn't happened right now, it will never happen. Again, it is a sort of a continuation to the second myth, but it's not true. It's not true that if it hasn't happened right now, it will never happen. Like I said, everything has its own timing. It will happen for you when the timing is right, and sometimes it may also not be happening because, whether or not you believe it, some things are meant to be the way that they are, because you need to learn something from those things. You may be still holding some resistance inside you. You may not have learned the lessons that you need to learn to actually accomplish a particular goal. That's why certain cycles, certain patterns, certain things, certain people keep repeating and reappearing in our lives, because we haven't learned what we need to learn yet. So that's pretty much it. You need to understand that just because it hasn't happened immediately, just because you did not clear that exam in the first go, just because you did not get that job immediately, it doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. It will happen only if you be consistent, you keep doing the work that you need to do honestly towards it. And if that doesn't happen, something better will. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope it helped. If you have any other questions, if there's something that you want to know in more detail, then drop in a comment and follow along for more manifestation, mindset, spirituality content.